I cheated and destroyed my family, and I regret it every day. Update.
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
I cheated and destroyed my family, and I regret it every day. Update. I spoke to someone in the messages and I wanted to set the matter straight. I wanted to talk about my ex went through, but I felt like it wasn't my place to talk about his pain. I tried to make amends countless times, but he wanted nothing with me. It didn't help that my AP didn't want to leave me alone. No matter what I did, he just wouldn't leave me alone. I felt trapped during the affair. I was in this weird haze. It's hard to explain. It was like an out of body experience. That day was supposed to be the last time, and he left a mark on me. I remembered when I begged my ex to give me another chance. It was days after he found out. He just looked at me and walked away. Only 3 times he spoke to me: when he tried to be civil, when signing the divorce papers, when I called him when my partner hit me, and the day after he nearly killed my AP. And that day, he unloaded everything on me. As I mentioned before, he has a habit of letting everything fester before he explodes. He yelled at me about my stupid choices, about destroying him, how he doesn't have the luxury to mourn our marriage because he needs to be strong for the kids, and I just cried because I broke this man. This strong man who would have tried to find a way to freeze hell if I asked him. I apologized, but he didn't want to hear my apology. He told me that my AP will never bother me again and left. It took a year before we became conversational. Before that, he wanted nothing to do with me. When he started fooling around with some of the women I knew, I just let him be. I knew why he was doing it, and I felt it was well deserved. It was after the family meeting when he began acting civil for the kids' sake, and during that time, I truly realized what I destroyed. After the family meeting, little by little, my kids began to talk to me again. My youngest took the longest, but I tried. Oh God, did I try to make amends with the kids? I needed to fix what I broke with them. They were my top priority. As the kids saw my efforts, they slowly opened up, but not such much. During the second year, seeing my kids laughing in the house while my ex husband joked around or helping around with chores, cooking on a grill and dancing with the girls, I thought that if I made the effort and showing him how much I was sorry that I could win him back. I did everything that I could, asked for couple counseling to start over, wearing every outfit he bought me, his favorite perfume, and my hair just how he liked it. But he just ignored me. That's why I tried to kiss him that day. I thought there was a moment, but he stopped me. I cried, I pleaded, and he just looked at me. He told me that he couldn't be with me because I broke him. He will never kiss me because I had another man in my mouth. He will never hold me because I had another man touch me. He will never sleep with me because I allowed another man to sleep beside me. I pointed out the women he had been with after our divorce, and he made it clear that it happened after our divorce. What I did was during our marriage. Your body and heart belongs to me, just like my body and heart belongs to you, and you destroy that. I'm trying just to be his friends, but it's hard. I've been married to this man for over 20 years, and I ruined it in 6 months. For what? A midlife crisis? For my desperate need for female friends? An urge to want to fit in? I look back and I do not know who that person was. Everything was out of character for me. My third born understood, and if it wasn't for her being there for me, I would have ended my life. She kept me sane, kept me safe. I had no idea she was home that day. Usually, the abuse happens when the kids are gone or while we're driving to and from work. I always dread it when they leave. Yet I allowed him to do that to me because I felt like I deserved it. That night, I stood up for myself. I told him to leave, and he didn't like that. Not one bit. When he hit me and pinned me against the wall, my daughter appeared out of nowhere and jumped on his back when he hit me again. He flipped her over and backslapped her. I hit him and ran into the garage with my little girl. He was banging on the door and she called her father. He practically broke through the garage door when my ex arrived and I had to stop him. Otherwise, my ex would have killed him. His new wife is God sent for him. She allowed him to love again, allowed him to be himself again. I didn't want to be a part of his new life, but she insisted. She was also in an abusive relationship before meeting my husband. She wanted no aminosities and trust me. She made it clear that she has claws and is not afraid to use them if I overstep. My children adore her. She was the English teacher to the majority of them after all. I just have these moments of overwhelming guilt that is crippling. Yes, I still work for that company and eventually became a manager and fired those women. I knew all of their dirty secrets, so getting rid of them wasn't an issue. I just missed what I had. That's all.